All right, so let's talk about everything that you need to get done right now. The question was most important things to get done before the reset. Okay, let's talk about that. So there are two different things to break this down into. There's going to be daily stuff and there's going to be weekly stuff. So for daily, you're going to want to max out your stars in the Maw. That's the 5 stars. Basically, it's like GTA. Whenever you go to the Maw, if you have 5 stars, you'll know right away. In fact, you'll see it on this character as soon as I hit the Maw. It's going to be super obvious. Basically, it's like this indicator up here at the top of the screen. As soon as I drop, see this? I have the Jailer 5 out of 5. If you are maxed out on this, you've probably gotten all the rep that you can for the day. Now, it's kind of normalized, so it doesn't really matter what you do all that much. It's probably not like something you should min-max too much. Just make sure you do all the stuff here. Make sure you do all the dailies. Make sure you kill rares until you see this thing max out, and then get the fuck back to your home base afterwards. And that's the first thing that you need to do. And then, of course, your callings. Callings are going to be these right here. Basically, they're just the emissary boxes from before. You know how those work if you played in BFA. But now they're quests that you pick up and you do those. And then for adventures are going to be basically the things that you do in your actual order hall. It's like your mission table. So you want to just keep those rolling. The level of all your little guys is dependent on the average of your main adventure guys. So if you recruit like too many of them, it might lower your average. What I recommend doing is just kind of like don't try to like specifically go for a lot of those guys. Don't try to do anything like that. Just level up basically. So just play normally. As long as you're doing stuff on cooldown, you should be good to go. So that's this stuff right here. And then we also have our worldies. Worldies are world quests. Basically, just look at your world quests and do any of them that seem good. So like earlier this morning, there was one for me that was Icy Propulsion. I got that one done. There are also anima ones up. You don't have to necessarily do all the anima ones, but I did. I did all of them just so I could have a surplus of anima. I definitely recommend it if you don't have the stuff built already in your like class order hall. You'll probably want to do those. But since I already have like a decent amount of anima banked, and since I already built all of these, I'm pretty much good to go. I'm just waiting on a couple more souls on next week's reset to be able to buy this. So we're just waiting on that. So these are the things that you do every day. Now for the weekly stuff, you're going to want to do your Mythic Zeros. That's going to be just going into each one of the dungeons of the 8 dungeons that are currently out. And basically, you know, just clearing them. And you should get some decent gear from those. You know, I've already gotten some 184 pieces. But basically you want to get that 184 loot. That's the main thing. And it's even better if you can like stack a group with the same armor type, because then you can trade around stuff. So you're going to want to get your Torghast layers done as well. The Torghast layers are basically just the 2 wings that are currently open. If you are good to go on Torghast, you're going to have 810 Soul Ash. That's how you know you're done. So basically, if you've reached 810 Soul Ash, you're good to go on that one. Keep in mind, you don't have to do every single layer of every single different wing. You can actually just focus on one wing first. And then once you get to the 3rd layer of that wing, you can just go over to the other wing and instantly do the 3rd layer as well. So basically, you just go 1, 2, 3, and then you swap over, and then you do 3 again. That's the best way to do that. But 810 is going to be for this week only. In the future, obviously, that number is going to be different. I'm just saying for this week, if you want to know if you've completed everything before this week is over, it's going to be 810 right now. And then the weekly Maw Quest. This week, it's the Executioner. Basically, you go into the Maw. I believe it's like up here. There was just like quests you could do. You kill a bunch of dudes. You disrupted them. And then you kill the Executioner. It's this right here, Wrath of the Jailer. Basically, that's what you need to get done. So obviously make sure that you take care of that for the week. It's best if you do that, obviously when you don't have 5 stars already. So if you have 5 stars for the day, you're going to probably need to wait until the next day to be able to complete that. Otherwise you're going to get fucked up if you go out there. So, yeah, basically that's the other thing you need to do. And then, for other stuff for weekly, there isn't really like a world boss out yet, so we don't need to worry about that. There aren't like Mythic Plus caches available to Grand, like the Grand Archive or whatever it's called, like the Vault, Grand Vault, I think is the name of it. That's not open yet. So you don't need to worry about completing any Mythic Plus. You don't need to worry about getting any raids, and you don't need to worry about any of that stuff. All you need to do is just make sure that you complete the other things first. And this is what I was talking about before with the layer, with the wings. So if you go over here and you choose one, like if I had, let's say I'd never completed any of these, but I'd completed all of the other wings over there, I'd be able to choose 3 right away. And you'll actually get all the soul ash for your ones in between if you complete the final one. But yeah, for this week, you can only go to 3. So that's basically where you'll want to end up for now. But yeah, the only other thing I would say that you probably want to do is just make sure that you're getting your like dailies done in Orbos. There are like a couple quests that you can get in Orbos that are like useful, and they give you like, you know, honor or, you know, other stuff. You know, just basically try and complete quests, try and get your Covenant campaign quests done. And in any downtime that you have, if you are like looking for more to do, obviously you can just keep completing quests, right? Like you can keep getting anima. But really there's no like big downside to just leveling up a new character. Because there's actually like a lot of stuff to do this expansion, but very, very little of it actually gives you a bonus. So I wouldn't worry about too much on that. So the question is, what are we looking at? I need to get up to 3. I can do floor 2 and 3 solo. You can do all the floors solo. Yeah, you can do all of them solo. Especially as a mage. Mages are really good in Torghast. But yeah, so basically just make sure that you complete the level 3 of both of the wings that are available right now. That's the most important thing that you need to get done. And then, of course, the dailies I was talking about. It's these NPCs have some stuff, and then also on the other side, if you go like downstairs, there's more NPCs as well.